Hello, everyone out there in internet land. My name is Rachel. I'm 17, soon to be 18. I am from Wisconsin in the United States, and I have been sick with POTS since October 13th, 2008. Um, so that means I've been sick for a little over 3 years, for those of you who don't like math. Basically what happened is on that day, it was a Monday morning, I was waiting in my garage for the school bus because it was kind of cold outside. And all of a sudden, I was overcome with, I don't know, I wouldn't say extreme nausea, but I felt like I was going to throw up, and I didn't feel good at all. And I went back in the house. I'm like, Mom, I feel like I'm going to throw up. So she, after I thought I was feeling better, she drove me to school, and she was like, okay, get out of the car, go to school. I'm like, I can't. I don't feel good at all. Um, so I went home for the first half of the day, and then I came back into school for the second half of the day, and this continued throughout the rest of the week. I would stay home for the first half of the day and then go the second half of the day, and then the next week I didn't go to school at all. And I remember being so freaked out because I missed 2 weeks of school, and now I look back at it and I laugh. I laugh. In total, I ended up missing 5 months of my freshman year of high school, and it was quite an experience, let me tell you. Excuse me. For those of you who don't know, I have a cold right now, and I just am getting over pneumonia, so that's always fun. Let's see. So I got diagnosed fairly quickly compared to some of the horror stories I've heard from other people who didn't know what was wrong with them for years. Like I said, I started getting sick in October, and then my mom used to be an RN, and one of her old coworkers sent us an email about a news clip that she saw um, about a doctor that was seeing a bunch of teenage girls who were getting sick with this mysterious illness, and my mom and I looked up. I remember because I had made my bed into one of the couches that's downstairs, and I remember um, my mom was reading off all the symptoms, and I was just laying there. I'm like, yeah, 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 yeah. Um, so we actually went to see this doctor because, like I said, I'm from Wisconsin and she was in Chicago, so it was feasible for us to go down there. So we stayed down there for a night, and I saw her, and she's like, yeah, you have POTS. So I didn't see her again just because it was kind of a trip, but it was a necessary trip at the time. But um, now I see Dr. Barboy at Freighter. He's a neurologist, and he's been really awesome for me. So if you're in the Wisconsin area, I would definitely recommend seeing him. Um, he's been a big help for me. And so getting back to my hot story, I was diagnosed. I it was December. It was December because I remember um, my 15th birthday was on the 14th of December, and then we went down to Chicago the 18th of December. I'm like, I have to go and see this doctor 4 days after my birthday. Cool. Not really, but I wasn't all that thrilled. But it ended up being kind of a cool trip. So we didn't do anything besides see the doctor, but it was a neat experience, I guess. Um, so then I also started going to counseling because um, for those of you who don't have POTS, I don't think you can really appreciate the trauma sometimes that goes on. Um, I remember I was talking with my dad once, and he said that you know how you have to grieve when you lose someone or something um, close to you. I probably had to go through a grieving process because I lost some of who I am. I can't do things the way I used to be able to. Like, I haven't gone to a sleepover in so long. Um, so, yeah, you really lose a part of who you are, but that doesn't mean that you have to change who you are. Unless you're, well, I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. So I started seeing a therapist, and then I got involved with a group therapy, not with girls, for girls with POTS, but for girls in general who have, I don't know, issues, normal teenage girl issues. I was kind of the exception, but I have other issues besides POTS too. So I guess that gets into what medications I take and what helps me. So obviously for my anxiety and depression, I take a anti-anxiety, antidepressant type thing, which also for some reason helps me with my dizziness, because whenever I don't take it, I get really dizzy. So I also take a sleep aid because I started it because when I was sick, I would stay up till 3 in the morning. Like I literally couldn't sleep till 3 in the morning. It's not that I wanted to stay up till 3 in the morning like some teenagers do, but I just couldn't sleep until 3 in the morning. But now, unfortunately, I can't seem to get off it, so I'm stuck on sleep medication for now. I also take a birth control because, as many girls experience with POTS, it just gets worse around your period, as normal women seem to experience as well. They just don't feel good on their period, so why should someone with a chronic illness feel any better on their period? And then I also take a beta blocker to control my heart rate. That's extremely helpful. I dread if there's ever a day where I forgot to get a refill and I can't take it. It's not a good day. And I also have an as-needed nausea medication. Yes, that's very helpful. Anti-nausea medication. And let's see. Like most of the other girls I find that I feel tons better in warmer weather, which obviously since I live in the northern hemisphere is not happening right now. I probably also suffer from seasonal affective disorder, which it's not fun, let me tell you that much. It snowed for the first time today, and not fun. Okay, yeah, I pretty much think that covers everything. Now I get to talk about the happy stuff. So, okay, I am pretty tall, I think anyways. I'm 5'11", and, I, excuse me, when I was sick, when I first got sick, my biggest issue was nausea, so I literally ate barely anything for like 2 months. It was fun. I dropped 20 pounds, and I was probably only an inch shorter then. For some reason, I just recently grew an inch. But, I got down to, at 5'10.5", I got down to 145 pounds or something like that. It's pretty scary. Obviously that's not like anorexic thin, but yeah, it was very thin. I still have some of the jeans that I bought back then because everything was too big on me, and I'm like, how did I ever fit in these? It's ridiculous. Yeah, so that's my fun fact. And as for future plans, this is also the exciting but extremely stressful part. I am planning on moving out to California this next year. Let's see, probably at the end of July of 2012, I will be moving out there. I'm graduating early June, finally. And yeah, mostly I'm doing this because for health reasons, because the warmer weather will be a much better, environment for me. I'm sure if I wasn't sick with POTS, my parents would be like, no, you're staying in state. We can't afford to send you out of state, but somehow we're gonna make it work, I guess. It's very stressful though, because I'm moving to the LA area, and for any of you who know anything about the LA area, things are very, 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 very expensive out there. So I'm going to a college that doesn't offer on-campus housing, so I have to find my own apartment, which is kind of partially the reason I picked it, because I don't really like sharing my illness with people, especially like being around other people, so I kind of wanted to be on my own. But yeah, I have to get an apartment. So, yeah, that's pretty much my story. So I actually will be on, after I move off to California, I don't think I will be on Teen Potsy much. But I will probably be posting videos on my personal channel because it's like, I'm a Potsy who is moving across the country, living alone and going to college. So, hopefully that will make for some interesting videos. um, so yeah, that's me. That's Rachel. Thursdays. Look for me. Um, yeah, thanks for watching this kind of awkward and rambly video. Okay, I'll see you guys next Thursday. Okay, that was extremely cheesy. Bye.